Hello, this is Mark Satterfield, and welcome to the Velvet Rope Playbook. Tonight's chapter, Sticky Stories, How to Become Unforgettable to the Affluent. There's a guy in Naples named Carter Voss. Drives a vintage Defender, orders iced espresso with lemon, speaks 3 languages, but only when he has to. Carter's a private investment scout. He finds the off-market deals no one else knows about. Not the ones in press releases or pitch decks, the one whispered over drinks in Montenegro or backgammon in Harbour Island. Now, Carter doesn't do follow-up emails. He doesn't send PDFs. He doesn't circle back. But 2 months after every conversation, people remember him. They quote him. They tell his story to someone else. Because Carter doesn't talk like a closer. He talks like a legend in the making. And that's what this episode is all about. How the right story makes you memorable long after everyone else has been forgotten. Quick break. If you want to become the unforgettable presence in the minds of high net worth clients, well, head over to getwealthyclients.com and grab your copy of my Amazon #1 best-selling book, Velvet Rope Story Selling. Inside, you'll learn how to craft the kind of narrative that sticks in meetings, in boardrooms, in 5-minute introductions at cocktail parties. Again, that's getwealthyclients.com. Back to Carter. There's a moment people still talk about 6 years after it happened. He was at a closed-door salon in Charleston, high-end investors, family office type, the rooms packed with spreadsheets, startup decks, and MBA talk. Then Carter steps up. No slides, no numbers, just a story. Years ago, I watched a surfer in Costa Rica pull an unconscious tourist out of the water. Everyone's panicking. This guy's not breathing. The surfer looks around, sees a pack of gum, rips the foil wrapper, rolls it into a makeshift airway, and saves the guy's life. That's who I invest in. The ones who don't freeze, the ones who find the gum wrapper. That was it. No pitch, no terms. But people came up to him afterwards saying, I want to be in the next deal you find. Not because of ROI, because they remembered the story and saw themselves inside it. There's a woman named Paige Ellington, runs a boutique estate planning firm in Greenwich. For years, she felt invisible in a sea of similar services. Same talking points, same LinkedIn posts, same bland professionalism. Then she started using one particular story. I once had a client who was terrified of his teenage son inheriting too much too soon. So we built a trust that released money based on books read. Every time he finished a biography of a historical leader, he got a distribution. Kid's 27 now, running a clean tech startup in Sweden. Still reads a book a month. She tells that story at charity luncheons, private school fundraisers, quiet dinners with legacy families. And every time, they remember her. Not for what she does, but because of the story she tells and the emotion it leaves behind. So do you want your clients telling your story when you're not in the room? Then you need my book, Velvet Rope Story Selling. And you should go to getwealthyclients.com and learn how to become unforgettable in a world that forgets everything fast. The goal isn't more exposure, it's stickiness. And that's what a great story gives you. So go to getwealthyclients.com. Look, here's the truth. Facts are forgettable, services are forgettable, titles, credentials, even outcomes, they all fade. But a great story, that becomes the thing they remember. You become the one who built a trust with books, invests in the gum wrapper types, told the story I can't stop thinking about. That's when your brand becomes internalized. It lives in their head. It carries with them. And when the time comes to choose, you've already been chosen. You don't need to be louder. You don't need to be everywhere. You just need one unforgettable story told well at the right moment. That's how legends get built in the luxury world. That's how clients with real money come knocking. This is Mark Satterfield. Thanks for listening to this chapter of the Velvet Rope Playbook. I'll be back with you soon with more, but until then, bye for now.